everybody, I'm here with my daily video, and today I thought I would do a little bit of a planning challenge for myself, or just like a plan as you go kind of planner page, planner stickers challenge. My style of planning, if you are familiar with any of my videos or any of the pages that I share on my Instagrams, my style of planning is no white space planning. White space planning, meaning I really need to, on my pages, have like borders of white space around any of the different elements that I might put on my pages. But there's a very, very popular style or approach to planning and planner pages and just embellishing them as a way to make them look more eye-catching and more engaging and more personal. It's called no white space planning, and that basically means that you take planner stickers and you take washi tape, and some people even use something called ephemera, which is basically like almost like cardboard cutouts, and they use that as a way to embellish a page so that there is virtually no white space to be seen. So even though my style is white space planning, there is a way that you can do no white space planning, so that it's actually not overwhelming to the eye as much as it might be if you are using a lot of different elements and a lot of different stickers and a lot of different kind of variations and patterns kind of all at once. And this video is a little bit of a part of a series that I started doing, and it's just going to be ongoing, called Plan Like an Artist. If you're not familiar with my channel, I work professionally in the world of visual design and marketing, and I also work professionally as an artist. You can see these paintings back here. These are huge oil paintings, and I do a lot of different fine art and just professional artwork. And I used to work as a high school art teacher for 8 years. I don't remember how many years. I actually left the classroom last spring in order to just kind of go with the flow of the changes of my life, so that's where I am. But I started this series on my channel called Plan Like an Artist, where I basically talk about using planner stickers and different planner page embellishments and different approaches to planning in a visual sort of a way, using the visual like arts elements and the principles of design. And if you hear that little jingling, it's just because my tiny little dog just took a running start down the hallway towards the bedroom where I am in order for him to like catapult himself on the bed. So that was that kind of soundtrack there. So anyway, what I'm going to show you in this video is I wanted to do a little bit of a plan with me, but I ran out of time to be able to do that. So what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you a little bit of a look at and just kind of a talk through of what my take is on no white space planning with planner stickers of all different kinds. I'm going to show you an example of planner pages in an A5 planner setup, just because now that we're shifting from summer to fall, it seems like there's a lot of people who are shifting into the fall time, and they're needing maybe a little bit of a change of their planner pages. They're needing maybe more like planner landscapes. So if you would like to see what some A5 pages look like in no white space style planning, then I invite you to stick around for the video, and we'll take a look at those pages, and I'll do my best to kind of talk you through it and just like my perspective and my take on no white space planning in an A5 planner. So let's go ahead and go to the video. So what I'm showing you here is I'm showing you my personal size Filofax, and this is an example of white space planning. And then this is my A5 planner, which is a Studio Calico binder. And this is one that I will link in the description of this video. Last I checked, like within the last couple of weeks, this binder here, and it's like a vegan leather, and then it has a band that kind of swings around to the front, and it comes in a lot of different colors. But last I checked, this binder was on sale. It was heavily discounted. So if you're looking for an A5 binder, this is a great binder to consider, if only because just the width of it from the binding to the edge, it's very, very generous, so that if you have like an Erin Condren or a Happy Planner size planner, like that's what you really like. but you just wanted maybe a little more of a finished, more refined kind of a quality to your planning look, the way that a binder offers. That's actually one reason why I really like binder planning. It just looks a little bit more professional and a little more buttoned up kind of when you have it all together. And then it also is very modular, since you can open the rings here and take the pages in and out and move them around. But this is actually an old set of planner pages that I embellished with a weekly kit that I got, I can't remember how much. I think I got this on a discount, but from a planner stickers designer called the Coffee Monsterz Co. And the Coffee Monsterz Co. owner, her name is Helen, and she's actually in high school, but she is just an exceptional visual artist for her age especially, and she does a great job at coming up with really original artwork and then putting it together in beautiful planner pages. Especially when it comes to like just kind of pulling together different elements. So all of the tiny little kind of die cut icons and things, those are all ones that I had in my stash that I just use on a regular basis. But the ones that are from the Coffee Monsterz Co. kit, the weekly kit, are basically all of the background stickers that you see, and then these paint swatch stickers. Those are all from the Coffee Monsterz Co. and this down here. And I thought that this was just a really great kit as a way to, I don't know, kind of commemorate summer. So I got this, I think in the spring. I don't remember when I got this, but I picked it up at some point, and I actually got it to lay out an example for someone to look at so that they could understand how to do color coding in a more creative sort of way, or as an example of doing planning as a way of doing creative and self-expression. So what I did is, these are old Erin Condren pages, and I have like a couple of old Erin Condren planners. Erin Condren planners, you can buy like kind of leftover pages that people maybe, if they're doing kind of planner hopping because they've decided that it doesn't work for them. The great thing about getting planner sticker sets anymore is that there's a lot of places that sell date cover-ups. That's what these are here. So what I did here is I completely and totally revamped this page so that it's no longer Monday through Sunday, and it's actually Sunday through Saturday. So that's one really great advantage of using planner stickers or just relabeling something, that you're not stuck with using a Euro week, which is what the Monday through Sunday layout is, because you can relabel it. But we can talk about that like in another video. This one is about no white space planning, and this is what I prefer to use, and this is called white space planning because just you can see, like, while I have a lot of different visual elements here to kind of break up the space and to visually communicate what it is that my plans are for the week, there's a lot of white space. This right here, the entire page is covered in planner stickers and patterns and things and colors. But the thing that actually makes this not too overwhelming, at least for me, to kind of like take in and be able to visually read, is the fact that what I did is I took the full box stickers and then I took the washi strips and I stacked them so that you have one continuous pattern and color palette that goes in a column from the top of the column towards the bottom. And then at the bottom I put the half box stickers, and then I of course left like an open space here. And then what I did is I did a lot of layering of stickers, so that I put like solid, I guess these would be kind of quarter box stickers, except that these are more like paint swatches. They're about the same size as quarter box stickers. And then I wrote on top of them in just black ballpoint pen. But this to me is actually visually, from just an artistic and design perspective, it's very similar to this style. If I had taken and put pattern full boxes behind the stickers here and then overlaid that on top, it would have looked exactly like this. Because as I mentioned, what I did is I took the full box stickers and I put them with the washi strips so that every single column is from top to bottom one continuous pattern and basically color. This one I shortened just because she had these really pretty full box picture stickers. And for my weekends, I try my best to kind of like lighten the load on the weekends. It's just not nearly as busy as the weekdays. So I put the image stickers here at the top, and then I did the pattern stickers here, and I joined these two. Just because sometimes what I like to do for the weekends is I like to think about my plans as being flexible so that they can occur either on Saturday or Sunday. And so by visually joining the 2 days with one pattern, it helps me to think of it as like one block. So this is a bit of an example, like I said, of like what a week would look like for me. And this is actually pretty close to, you know, what a typical week, or like even what the upcoming week might look like. And I used all sorts of smaller kind of die cut picture stickers right there on the ends of what otherwise would have been the quarter box stickers as a way to visually explain what's written. And then just like what I explained in the Plan Like an Artist video about color theory, I used colors in the same way that I did in the video that I explained previously. So this here, this darker pink, this is a warm pink or like a darker kind of red pink, and then that's like a cooler kind of a color. But that, because it's a warmer color, it pops out and it advances towards the viewer as you look at it. This right here, this blue, complementary colors with orange kind of yellow, so that's why that kind of works together. And complementary color pairings, just like I said in the color theory video, what they do is they visually activate each other. It means they kind of bring out each other's best qualities. So if you use complementary colors, and as I said previously, Helen, who is the sticker designer and artist of this set, she has a very, very, very obvious understanding and a grasp for color. I even actually commented on one of her Instagram photos that she shared, because she has been doing a rainbow week in some of her pages, and she's explained this actually in some of her Plan With Me videos, because she has a YouTube channel, and I will try and link that in the description of this video. But I had actually said to her that she could always try doing complementary color pairings or doing warm and cool colors, and she knew exactly what I meant, which, I mean, she visually, just the way that she designs her sticker sets and things, it's very clear to me that she understands that pretty naturally. So you can just as well do that just with your own stickers. And here's just some examples and some ways that I've layered things up. I took page flag stickers and made it a little bit into like a checkbox. And then I just have a whole bunch of die cut, like tiny kind of picture icons. So there are icon stickers that are these here that look, this is called universal language, meaning it's a symbol. So I have those, but I just much prefer the stickers that look like tiny little pictures. And those are just called die cut stickers, meaning it's cut out in the shape of the picture itself. Here's a little bit of a gold foil, one from the Happy Planner, the Mombi kind of brand. And I like to use arrows as a way to communicate to myself something that is either going to inform or carry over to the next day or not. Like this right here, this to me in a pictorial way, it communicates to me that I need to check the weather, I need to do meal prep, and I need to do it for tomorrow's activity of homeschool. And that's why that arrow's there. But what should be kind of apparent in this is that this is all in a very similar sort of a style, which is just a watercolor, well, a digital watercolor sort of a way that Helen has kind of designed it. But because it all adheres to the same sort of theme, it ends up working just visually and looking cohesive. And then what you have is, similar to how the white space planning, you have these large portions of white space that allow the colors and the different elements and shapes to really pop off the page. because I used these patterns and then I used things on top of them and did a lot of layering of stickers and I had one continuous pattern down the column, what it does is it makes this look a little bit less busy. Now, in most of the no white space planner stickers kind of sets, what you might find is you might find that people have a lot of the ombre check heart or ombre heart checklists, which is where you see the color that stripes itself so that it goes from a dark tone to a lighter tone. And I mean, checklists work for me just fine, but I just feel like visually it works better for me to not have the heavy striping pattern alongside the full boxes. And just to give you another example, because I did like more than one of these example pages. Here's another page that's like not fully stickered up. This is from a sticker designer by the name of Planning Roses, and she has a YouTube channel that's really, really great. She is an awesome sticker designer, but this is kind of like my ideal of if I were going to do no white space planning. I like to have a full column of patterning, so then you can do this sort of thing here where it's like visually there, but it's not necessarily, like it could be a checklist if you wanted it to be. But I'm not a huge fan of the gradient heart checklist because the striping pattern, and I don't know if you could visualize this, but it's just too heavy to me with the full pattern blocks that end up coming with most of the no white space planning spreads. And as you can see, instead of me putting the checklist on the left side, I put it on the right side. And that's because sometimes for me, it works better if the checklist is actually at the end of the lettering than at the beginning. And this uses icons and things, and this was, again, one I picked up from like Planning Roses, but this is all like gold foil styling and kind of marble and like rose gold. I would have picked a different washi tape for the center, but I was just kind of experimenting a little bit visually, so. But this is like the idea of what I consider to be kind of like no white space planning, or using a no white space planning kit. And this is what I would imagine it could look like, a little more kind of fully embellished and just like visually articulated. So when I say articulated, I mean explained. Explained with both pictures and then explained in words. So that's my take on no white space planning in an A5 planner. So this is like the same size as an Erin Condren or a Happy Planner. If that's kind of like what your choice is, this is much more my speed. I just really like planning in a personal size planner. But if this is your thing, then this is a little bit of an example of maybe something that you can try in your planner, and maybe this will help to establish you in planner peace. Or if you're really interested in no white space planning, maybe this is a way that you I don't know, might want to attempt. I kind of like how this looks, if only because when I think about weekly planning, I think about a big picture view. And to me, in a big picture way, all of these days, just visually, they look like they go together, they belong together, and they're connected to one another, just as much as they can kind of be standalone because the pattern itself visually connects from top to bottom. So that is it for this Plan Like an Artist, my take on no white space planning. So thanks so much for watching today's video, and I hope that it was helpful to you, especially if you are a no white space planner or you're interested in doing no white space planning. I personally, I just kind of like gravitate towards white space planning. It's just more my style. It's more the way that I like to do things. But I think that no white space planning can have a certain kind of appeal when it's done in a certain way, in the way that I kind of shared with you today. That's not to say that other ways of doing no white space planning are, there's anything wrong with them. I don't necessarily think so, but for my own perspective and the fact that I gravitate towards white space planning, there's a way to do no white space planning so that it has the same sort of feel and it presents in the same sort of way that white space planning does. And that's because what you use is you use the element of art and the principles of design using spatial reasoning, and using positive space and negative space, meaning space that's occupied by things and space that's not occupied. So in essence, white space planning is kind of like using negative space of a page to frame out the different elements, in the same way that no white space planning is, except that you're using an absence of like patterns or colors or things, or you're using contrasting things. So I hope that this video was helpful to you. I don't know that I did the best job explaining things. It can be a real challenge explaining the principles of design and the elements of art in like a very condensed sort of a way, the way that I attempted to do in this video, and I don't know if I was successful, but this is meant to be a little bit of like an introductory sort of a thing, and if you're interested in things like the principles of design and the elements of art, then you should totally go and like look it up and research it. It's really interesting, just like color theory is really interesting, which is what I talked about in my last Plan Like an Artist video. And yeah, so that's it for this video, and I'm sorry Rainbow Girl couldn't join us. She actually decided to ditch out on me and go out to dinner with her grandparents and her cousins, so what can you do? What can you say? So she'll be back tomorrow, and probably in tomorrow's daily video or the next one, but I thank you so much for spending so much time with me today, and I will see you in tomorrow's daily video. Bye!